Welcome back to my channel, Hidden Points. Imagine a person whose face barely moves and whose voice never rises or falls, even in moments that seem emotional to everyone else. When you look at them, it feels like nothing can reach them. And yet, inside, there is a complex world shaped by experience and survival. Emotional coldness is not born from cruelty or indifference. It is built slowly through years of learning that showing feelings can lead to pain, disappointment, and betrayal. And so, this person shuts down the parts of themselves that are too sensitive, too vulnerable to risk expressing. They develop a careful, meticulous control over their emotions that feels protective, like armor. Emotionally cold people often process more than anyone realizes. They feel intensely, but they do not show it, because the outside world has taught them that vulnerability is dangerous. This internalized caution creates a mask of stillness that outsiders mistake for apathy. Yet beneath it, there is profound depth and sensitivity. Emotional coldness is a strategy, not a flaw. These individuals have learned to navigate life by observing, analyzing, and storing every detail for later reflection. They have developed extraordinary self-reliance because asking for help feels unsafe, and trusting others feels impossibly risky. They often prefer solitude, because solitude offers a predictable and controlled environment where their mind can process without interference. From the chaotic emotions of others, emotionally cold people are also highly disciplined with their feelings. They regulate their reactions to prevent overwhelm, like a dam holding back a powerful river. They are incredibly careful in relationships because closeness requires exposing what they have learned to guard so fiercely. They can be loyal beyond measure, yet highly selective in who they allow inside their emotional world. Even small gestures of care take careful consideration because, for them, every expression carries a weight of risk. They live with the paradox of wanting connection and fearing it simultaneously. This internal tension creates a quiet distance that can feel unapproachable to others. And yet, this same restraint allows them to observe the emotions of others with clarity and logic. Because they are not swept away by impulse or passion, they rarely mirror or respond to external emotional pressure, because their absolute priority is preserving stability within themselves. Emotionally cold people may appear calm in chaos and unshaken by crises. Yet internally, they have an acute awareness of every emotional detail. They just manage it with precision. They often learned this skill as a child when showing emotion led to negative consequences like punishment, ridicule, or neglect. They continue to rely on this skill throughout their adult life because it has proven effective at protecting them from harm. Their emotional landscape is highly structured and controlled. They experience life through reflection and analysis more than through raw expression. They rarely allow anyone to witness the full intensity of their feelings. Their silence and stillness become their most powerful tools to navigate a world they perceive as threatening. So, are emotionally cold people incapable of love or empathy? Not at all. Rather, they express these feelings differently and often very subtly. Their loyalty, their consistency, and their unwavering reliability are expressions of a deep emotional investment that few recognize, simply because it doesn't look like traditional warmth or overt affection. Their love is shown through actions, not words, through presence, not performance. They may slowly, cautiously reveal their inner world when they feel completely safe and understood. These moments are rare and incredibly valuable. When they do open up, even just a little, it can feel profound and transformative because it is a conscious choice. Made deliberately after careful internal calculation, it is a gift, not an accident. The psychology of emotionally cold people is fundamentally shaped by survival, sensitivity, past experiences, and protective instinct. They have learned through trial and error that controlling their exposure and regulating their expression is absolutely necessary to maintain their internal balance. They often feel deeply misunderstood because the world tends to value loud emotional displays over quiet emotional depth. They must navigate a culture that mistakes restraint for weakness and detachment for indifference. And yet inside, they feel everything perhaps more intensely than most. Their mind is a place of constant processing and observation, a fortress of thought. Their heart, though guarded, is capable of profound loyalty and deep, lasting attachment. The key to understanding them is to recognize that their coldness is a shield, not an absence of feeling. If you approach them with patience, respect, and a non-judgmental attitude, they might just slowly show you the depth that exists behind that calm exterior. And that is the psychology of people who are emotionally cold, the intricate inner landscape that shapes their every thought and action. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more insights into the human mind.